Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is time for our shop tour of the week. We missed one last week because I was out of town, but I'm back. So let's get into it here. It is last week in July 28th. So we are getting super close to getting into August, which means runoff time is coming a lot quicker than you might think it is. So let's get right into it. Got a guest that just wandered in. He's just going to get to hang out for a couple minutes. Okay. Okay, let's start here with this little shock program. So this is actually a shock out of Perry Simon's car. Got his others all rebuilt for him, but I found one shaft is bent, and it's bent pretty substantially. I don't know if you can see that while it's rolling or not. There you go. So he reported that, and this is a pretty heavy duty piece of steel, so these do not bend easily. He reported that he really didn't have an accident with it. So my guess, and most of these shocks have spherical bearings in the bottom, and they also have spherical bearings in the top. My guess is that his upper perch, the spherical bearing up here, is bound up. And if this was to be bound up as your suspension is trying to go through its travel, that could bend your shaft. So if you have some upper perches with spherical bearings, do yourself a favor and lubricate these now and then and make sure that they're rotated. So got a new shaft coming, not the end of the world. Life goes on. Moving around this direction, we've got I did finish up the differential for Bill Miller. So this is a first gen RX-7 diff, 4.1 ratio, OS Geiken, and you can see that this has been rammed really nicely. We've got an OS Geiken, everything's set up, proper backlash. It's just beautiful. Everything's perfect. So he's going to be coming to pick that up just a couple of days. So a couple of modified throttle bodies finishing up on, so that's kind of all we've got here. Did get our last Runoffs engine in, so it's right here. What do I always say? I'm not taking any Runoffs engines after July. Well, it's July 28th, the last one just came in. Bill Hingston's engine is apart. Thankfully, it does not look too bad. So I'm gonna do a little extra port matching on his cylinder head here. I was just getting it cleaned up, and everything else actually looks pretty good. This MX-5 here was just in for a clutch job, just a street car. As you know, I don't do a lot of street cars, but needed a clutch. And so, if you guys will remember, a few months ago I hurt my back and I wasn't able to go to the Ozarks race because I was putting a transmission into one of these Miatas. So I got smart, especially after my wife yelled at me about it, and got a new tool this week. A really nice transmission jack. So this thing will actually go up. I was pretty surprised. It went up above my head. So now I can stick this up underneath the car and let it do the work so I don't have to. So trying to get smarter as I get older. It's not an easy task sometimes. Did have Steven Simons come by on Monday, and we will be doing an entire video on when I had him here on how I fit him in the car. You can see he brought his seat. He had his helmet with him. So I got him fit into the car. He's a pretty tall guy, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get this seat into the car, but it'll work out. And I'll get that seat mounted, and we measured for roll cage height. And you can see made an extra little cut here on the chassis so that the seat clears, and we'll be looking good. So check out in a week or two here, we'll have a mock-up of getting Steven set into this car. Everything from getting your center mirror adjusted to getting your steering wheel where he liked it, and obviously seat position. So that all is going to work out pretty well. In the meantime, we got a new present from Sunoco. Check it out. We'll take him to the Runoffs. Sunoco Easy Ups. So if the car didn't have enough Sunoco on it, now we're really going to show it off. did get confirmation that the rear trailing arms are finished, and they are on their way. So we will be seeing those next week, and progress will continue on the BMW. In the meantime, I actually have taken the AccuSump out and cleaned it up. Always something good to do every year or two. They tend to get a little gummed up. There's a big piston inside of the AccuSump, and they tend to get a little gummed up. So you need to take it apart, clean it up, lubricate the O-rings, make sure that you're not getting oil on the back side of your piston, which I actually did have. So your AccuSump's not really going to work if there's oil on both sides of that piston. So keep that in mind. You can see I've got all of the roll bar equipment sitting out here just about ready to go. And here in the next couple weeks, we're really going to be getting after moving some progress on Steven's chassis. So in the meantime, the yellow tubs are back with another 4 differentials to rebuild, just like we've been doing all year. I know you guys have seen a lot of those. So like I said, sorry about missing last week. I appreciate you guys watching. And as always, if you have questions or comments or whatever, hit me up down below, and we're happy to discuss that and anything else you see on the channel. So hope you guys are getting through your summer and it's not too hot. And once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week or the week after, depending on how things are going. Take care. So that the seat clears, and we'll be looking good. So